We're going to continue on a little bit with the variable table. Here is just a kind of an old trick that's been around for a long time that may be useful to you. Actually, with the new if statement capabilities, there's probably not as much use for this, but it is kind of interesting. If we open the variables table, you see that this is already completed. I'm going to go and delete this, and you'll notice it deleted a number of formulas. So what we have is a .bas file, which is nothing more than a text file, but it has some logic defined in it. Now what's interesting about this BAS file, it's not just a function that returns a value, it's a function that can receive other variables and then change them within the code and actually change them back within the Solid Edge application that passed them in. And the way that's achieved is by referring to the variable with the keyword by reference. The by ref means this variable is passed in as a reference, meaning if you change it in here, you're changing the actual variable out in the variable table. The first one came in as a value because we don't intend on changing it, we just intend on checking it. So we say in the case that the OD is 1.839, we change all these variables in the variable table. In the case that it's 6.627, we'll change them to a different set of variables. This is a pretty powerful, a little bit tricky. As I said, maybe you could probably consider it maybe deprecated by the new if functionality, but it is cool. It's good to know about. Still in the software, and to utilize that function or any BAS file, you click in your formula region and you choose Visual Basic, and you just pick that file, and it will offer you any number of functions that you have defined in this case. So you'll see that every variable that I would need to put in, I would need to type that in, every one that's passed in by reference. Now to save a little bit of time, I might just go ahead and paste in, and you'll see what happens is anywhere where it's referenced, it will automatically put that into that formula field for me, which is really pretty nice. And to give you a demonstration of how that would work, and again, this is just a demonstration. Some people would say, yeah, I could probably do that with family of parts, and you certainly could, but just would like you to see that there's the functionality. Maybe someday you'll have a cool use for it. We've utilized the discrete list here, but you'll see by setting one number, it's going to change many things in this design. So there it changed the pitch between the chain sprocket valleys and the number of teeth and the diameter, and this as well. So it's a little complicated. The downside is it is a separate .bas file, so sometimes that can present challenges with moving files around, but if you keep it in the same folder, it's usually just fine. So that's using a .bas file in Solid Edge.